Hi, my name is Mahsa Ostowari, and I am here to comment on the final subsequent EIR for the Century City Center. I've read the traffic impact study in the traffic and circulation portion of the final EIR very thoroughly and find many good points to it, but some changes to the EIR and CEQA in general can allow for improvements. This system diagram can help understand the traffic system. Obviously, the last impact that we want to have is more traffic. This diagram shows that the construction of the city center will cause increased traffic simply because it is going to attract more people to that specific location due to the office spaces, retail stores, and new housing. The construction of a parking structure will also encourage people to drive their cars to the new center because there is convenient and abundant parking available. But to balance this increase of new traffic, the project has some methods to combat. First, the mobility hub will be created that will rent bicycles and other forms of non-vehicular transportation in order to both make alternate transportation convenient as well as encourage people to rely less on their cars. The rideshare programs, similarly carpool and vanpool programs, will be implemented. There will be a transit plaza where people can easily access public transit, such as the Big Blue Bus and Metro. Furthermore, employees of the city center will be given discounted public transit passes to again encourage the use of public transit. All these methods are ways to get people off the roads, out of their cars, and utilizing public transit as well as other forms of mobilization, such as walking and bicycling. These are very positive effects of the project that may be prevented from being implemented because of the lead agency's use of level of service. The level of service analysis found that there may be significant impacts at 3 intersections, but it does not take into consideration the positives this project is doing that can offset those impacts. This project is promoting both environmentally friendly and healthier transportation alternatives, while level of service is just taking into consideration the comfort of drivers. The city needs to decrease the miles driven by vehicles, which this project would do. So I urge the city to reconsider the use of this method and use a multimodal level of service method that takes into consideration the alternate transportation methods instead. That way, a good project won't be rejected because of a method that doesn't encompass everything. While I agree with this project, there are some factors within the EIR and within CEQA in general that, if improved or changed, can only make CEQA stronger and add more validity and accuracy to the impacts assessed within this EIR. Due to the extreme changes in land use and project objectives, I believe that the modified project should not be tiered under the approved project of 2006, but rather should require its own EIR and not be a subsequent EIR. Especially since thresholds and environmental policies of 2006 compared to present day are very different. Also, the methodologies and the thresholds to assess traffic are different between the 3 cities that this study area encompasses. The city of Los Angeles uses CMA, Beverly Hills uses ICU, and West Hollywood uses HCM. The effects of all 3 of these methods then have to be compared to each other and normalized to acquire level of service standards. This is not only inefficient, but it also results in inconsistencies across the board. In general, I believe that there should be a standardized methodology across the board in CEQA. Also, thresholds should be standardized within CEQA. Leaving thresholds at the discretion of the lead agency not only makes it difficult when project studies encompass various cities, but also can allow agencies to be as lenient or strict as they like. Not having standardized thresholds can effectively compromise the effectiveness of CEQA, so I urge that a change be made within CEQA. I believe the benefits of this project outweighs the disadvantages and could really benefit Century City by encouraging the progression and implementation of green infrastructure within the city and encourage people to live a sustainable lifestyle and not rely so much on cars. I urge you to please take my comments into consideration. Thank you so much for your time.